Hello everybody, Chef Bob here, and today I'm going to show you how to make bone broth. Bone broth is made using leftover chicken bones, turkey bones, ham bones, beef bones, whatever bones you have from a previous meal. Save the bones, and then we're going to make a very nutritious bone broth which has a lot of minerals in it, which is great for you. So I'm going to start right now. Take out my pressure cooker liner, and I have some turkey bones, and I also have some leftover chicken bones. So all you do is, after you finish carving your turkey or your chicken, and this has chicken bones and a little bit of the skin, but definitely you want to have the connective tissue from, say, wings, legs, things like that. So those are my chicken bones, and now I'm going to put in my turkey bones. See if they'll all fit. And some just little bits and pieces from whatever is left over. Okay? Now, to this, I'm going to add a couple of things. Not much, because this isn't meant to replace, say, a homemade chicken soup or making a very rich broth with a lot of vegetables in it. When I make that, I would use, say, the whole chicken and celery, carrots, onions, garlic, etc. For this, I really just want to get the minerals and the nutrients out of the bones. And this will make a rich bone broth, which can be used, say, when you're making rice or some other things where you want, instead of using water, you want to use something with a little bit of flavor and a little more nutrition. That's where this will come into play. And when this finishes, you'll see it's going to turn to a rich gelatin, like a jello when it's completed. So we've put in all of our bones. Now, what I also like to add to my bone broth is some garlic. I have about a tablespoon of minced garlic. Just put that minced garlic in there. And I have one small onion chopped up in fairly large pieces here. That's one small onion. And I have 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of pepper. And that's pretty much it. Again, I don't put a lot in this because this is going to cook for a long time, and then we're going to strain it to make sure we have none of the bone fragments or anything. And the key ingredient, so right now this is basically as if you were going to make any other type of broth, but the key ingredient to a bone broth, believe it or not, is apple cider vinegar. And you want to add, probably, I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons. This is a 6-quart pressure cooker. So I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. The importance of that is that's going to help break down the minerals and the calcium in the bones and put it into the broth. So now we're going to add some filtered water. And I'm going to fill it up to about the 2/3 full line or so. And I'm going to stop. I don't know if you can see the water level. It's about right to here. Oops. Didn't see that before. So it's about the 2/3 full mark. So now, and this was about a gallon pitcher, so it's just a little less than a gallon for the 6-quart pressure cooker. So I'm going to put it in here. And we're going to put this on high. Now, for bone broth, it's going to have to be in here for a couple of hours. So I'll set this, I think this one goes up to 99 minutes. So I'll set this for an hour and a half. And then I may do this for another setting also. So there. So this is going to run for about an hour and a half. And an hour and a half might do it. In a pressure cooker, an hour and a half. If it were a slow cooker, if you want to do this in a slow cooker, it would have to take, at least 24 hours, and maybe even a day and a half. We'll try it after about an hour and a half and see how it looks. And then I'll show you the finished product, and we'll strain it, and I'll show you what it looks like when it comes out of here and when it cools, and you'll have a very nutritious bone broth. Okay, it's been a little while since I put the bones in here, the chicken and turkey bones. I've had it under pressure for about 3 hours, and then I left it cool down in the stay warm mode. So let's see what we have. Okay. And now, what I'm going to do is, it's very important, since there's a lot of bones in here that have broken down, you have to strain it very thoroughly, because the bone fragments will, it'll just disintegrate, as you'll see. So I'll try to carefully pour this into the strainer, and we'll see what we have. It's actually quite hot. And I'll show you on the camera here. You see, now you have a beautiful golden brown stock. And again, I used leftover chicken bones from homemade chicken soup. I made homemade chicken soup, picked the meat off the bones, saved the bones, put them in the refrigerator. Then I had some turkey bones. After I'd carved the turkey, I saved the bones. And you can do that with any type of bones you have. Beef, pork, chicken, turkey. Save the bones, put them in the fridge, and then at the end of the week, collect your bones, put them together, and make a delicious stock, or a bone broth is what it can be called. High in minerals and calcium, cartilage, collagen. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to let this cool down, refrigerate it, and then I'll show you what it looks like, because I want you to see how it becomes very gelatinized from the collagen and the joint material, and that's very beneficial for you. So what I'll do is put this in the refrigerator for a while, and I'll come back in a couple of hours and show you the finished product. We're back. I just finished putting all of the broth into containers so I can label it and freeze it into our bone broth, or our stock. And what I wanted to do, one last thing, is I just wanted to show you what it looks like after it sets up for a while. And as you can see, this wasn't chilled. I just had this on the counter. But I did put a container of it to chill a little bit, and I want to show you how it gelatinizes. And this is one of the benefits of making a rich bone broth like this. And I hope you can see how this is much thicker and gelatinized, almost as if it were a bowl of Jell-O. And if I leave this in the refrigerator just a little bit longer, it would look just like a bowl of Jell-O. And this is good. This is the cartilage, the collagens, the material that are in the joints of the bones, and this is very beneficial for you. So I just wanted to show that to you, to let you know that this is much richer and better for you than what you would get, say, out of a can or a carton, because you'll never see it gelatinized like this. And I wanted to show that to you. So there you go. After you finish it, let it cool off, package it, label it. Whenever you're making rice, stuffing, or a gravy, anything at all that you would need something with flavor, a good broth, a good base broth or stock, this is what you can use. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and please press the like and subscribe buttons. Thank you.